chance, would you do it? What would you do with it? I'm not sure if you guys can hear me well. I hope so. I'm going to turn off this Bluetooth just in case because I went through a reading earlier and it was a disaster because there was no sound. Okay. I hope you guys can hear me. Crap. Hope you guys can hear me. Thank you so much for joining on my late night live tonight. As I promised, sometimes we just need a hug. No, we don't have anybody. One of these are really good. Just for stress, as we're emotional creatures. So the messenger, Seraphim, what do you have to say tonight? Hi, everybody. Anyway, Seraphim's going to be sitting there observing. And we are going to be tapping into your oracle and your questions and your tarot. So you have 3 questions collected. 3. Your first question. Ready? Here we go. Yes and no only. No. Something about being blocked, heavy energy, something about feeling weighed down and worried. Second question. No. Turning back, walking away, unreceptive, and no new ideas. Third question. Yes. You have the answers, so open the doors to success and access. So first question was no. Blocked. It's like an over thing. Like no, turning back, walking away. There's none of that. Once you leave, that's it. And yes, you have the answers, opening doors to access. So you do know the answers. The questions that you seek collected. So affirm with me now. Affirm as our 6 6 chakras open. Affirm. I determine my own destiny. I take financial action. I am receiving wonderful assistance from those around me. Let's say it again. I determine my own destiny. I take financial action and am receiving wonderful assistance from those around me. Okay. And I have the power I need to create the destiny I desire. Magic happens when I live in consciousness and my eternal truth. I feel like the Justice card is going to come up, right? And I feel like so is the Magician card. And all aces. That's my prediction. What the fuck happened here? Hold on, you guys. There we go. Sorry, just... Affirm with me now. I release the pain of the past and live with compassion for myself. Love heals and renews me now. Thank you for affirming with me, collective. And if you have to, please rewind. Roommates in the other room just sleeping for work, I guess. I feel like you're having this awakening in the process of discovering your true self. Look at this. You're awakening through light. You are the light that dispels the darkness. Your inner light keeps shining. And this is a little insight from a fruit of wisdom and learning the attitude of gratitude. Um, I feel like you have hope in this light in the darkness that extinguishes the light extinguishes the darkness through a trust. By trusting your intuition, not anybody, not anyone, but your higher power and your God-given intuition. Hi everyone. Please subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss a live read or post or a video. And thank you so much for subscribing. If you can't donate, please subscribe and like and share as we're here for another. I feel like you're going through a transformation. California, you? Yes, I feel like you're embracing this change and you're welcoming new opportunities through a new support system where you don't have to bear everything alone and you won't be ridiculed because of the self-love and resilience of doing wrong when wrong is wrong and right is right through, and that is your strength of a Leo energy. Aries, Sagittarius, maybe a dreamer. Through this grace, this ace, this universal blessing of opening your heart to receiving it. That's what you've got to do. And you're hesitating or you're being resilient, but you need to accept this grace that is coming through a cleansing of your spirit and removing all negative energy. And you could do that with white sage, which don't because it's endangered. I would use Palo Santos. Through this universal wisdom, full wisdom, and seeking guidance. You're seeking guidance right now. A trust. What else do you have for me, collective? Divinity. Through the divine, every moment is filled with divinity and cherished. Every moment. Don't forget that. Through this trusting your intuition. And not only that, but yeah, trusting your intuition, yourself, through the self-love, through encouraging others by being a giver. Yet look, creativity, okay, is your inner expression, so unleash it. Unleash it through the strengths that you have and these challenges. Instead of making it a challenge, turn it into a positive thing. You can create like awesome things when you're under that kind of, and it makes you happy. This hobby that you have, it fills your heart. It's harmonious in relationships. And what about this happiness? Joy. Yes, the dance of the soul. Enjoying every moment of every moment. Like each second with your person gets better, better and better. What else for the collective? Yeah, I wasn't too happy when I went over the video and I was like, there's no sound. What the heck? This was like, yes, it's an oracle, tarot, and charm reading. That's a little bit of all. Okay? So, through this courage, I feel like, that takes courage. It lies within you. And really, you have the power to overcome anything. And happiness, you realize, is a choice. Through this courage. And it's through God's giving gifts that he gave me. And yeah, thank you. The tarot, let me tell you, look at this abundance. Oh my God, abundance, a balance, something I haven't had for a while, and understanding through connections because of your awakening and awareness and appreciating each moment with joy is going to give you these universal blessings and you're going to be able to share them with the world. That was just rad. Um, yes, this balance and abundance and this inner fulfillment of understanding these deep connections through this courage, and awareness by appreciating each moment. I'm telling you, you found the secret of really the happiness and joy of living. Um, so yes, I was gonna say, yes, that where I'm an oracle, tarot, charm reader, numerology, astrology, a little cosmology, divination, dice, what else? Yeah, there's a lot of factors into this. But tarot is more of a structured reading. Oracle is more of your own intuition. So when you mix those two, you get a better reading. Take what resonates and whatever doesn't resonate, leave for the next collective because it will help somebody. And thank you again for joining through this rebirth. I feel like you're ending something and you're beginning something new, like the phoenix. The phoenix rose above the ashes and then some towards the sun through this awareness and universal wisdom. Why? Because of communication. You discovered that communication is key, so you've transformed your soul's evolution to discovering this and following your passion through understanding connection. Right here, collective, through this universal wisdom. Adventure, you could be like a person that's adventurous, and adventuristic and not planning things but very spontaneous. You're a person that is of leadership, independent, you don't mind being alone. You like it when you're alone because you can self-lighten. You teach yourself more when you're alone. I feel like you're a teacher of some sort. I feel like to be a great teacher, you have to be a great student. Um, yes, through this communication. And that's what I feel like the basic message is. I think that you need to, it's also about, yes, you nurturing others like yourself, treating others as you want to be released by releasing these past burdens and embracing new beginnings. Cease and an ending. There's a new beginning to an ending coming through this rebirth. So prepare yourself. If you don't like change, I mean, who does really? But it's for your better interest, and it's for, thank you. Yes, I was picking up that energy. Obviously, also in the cards, through this communication. Look, your growth. It like stifled your growth for a moment, and you're a person to want to learn. Like I said, to be a great teacher, you gotta be a good student. So I feel like you wanted to take time to take more classes or do something that you wanted to do, as life is short, and growing through this journey and trusting the process within yourself and your own intuition through this adventuristic journey of living we call a symphonic dance of living. Um, Yeah, thank you so much for your compliments. It's a gift from God divinely. And I can't take credit for it. It's honestly a gift from God that I'm supposed to use to help others and raise awareness for certain subjects. So, this is my purpose. This is why I do this. Um, because my salon failed and I used to help a lot of veterans. But yes, through this nurturing again yourself and others, creating this new beginning and growth for yourself is your awakening and your happiness, darling. Um, let's see what these cards. Okay. Look, I feel like you're a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Of a dreamer of a lot of energy, and you come from strength because you've been through a lot of bullshit. Yes, especially within your own family life, and your inner strength is boundless. So I feel like you need to unleash it, and you do through this growth of meditation. I feel like you do yoga. I feel like you're a B type, be positive, um, B negative blood, AB. Meditation connects you to your inner self. So it's like, yes, I really believe that in this prosperity, and it comes from hard work and love in your life and loving yourself. And before you can love others, you have to be able to learn and to love others before yourself and have empathy for one another. And this meditation helps you in a connection with the higher power through the nature, through the universe. This connection of prosperity and compassion. What was I saying? Of others, thinking of others' differences. And even though we're all imperfectly perfect, we are all imperfect, but that is our perfection. And once we come to awaken and understand that, I think then we come to a deeper awakening, and that comes through love and nurturing. Please subscribe, like, and share if you really feel that about my readings. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's something I ran from when I was a little girl for years, and then when I got older, then I started to embrace it, not to be so scared about it. You know what I mean? And it's kind of a scary thing when spirits come and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I feel like you also have this attitude of gratitude in each moment, and this inherent gratitude of love and respect for others and acceptance. You accept people for who they are, whether they're not the greatest people or not. You know what I mean? And you accept them for who they are. And you give new opportunities to these people, whether it's mowing your lawn or washing your windows, um, you know, because you accepted yourself through this self-love. Um, by what? Prayer and dialogue with the universe, expressing your wishes to the universe through prayer and meditation over here. Um, friendships, yes, they're very cherished. I feel like you have one other or two really good friends, but one is really true to you. Um, and they are harbors for your soul. So I feel like this is where you gain compassion from as well. I feel they're like older and they're a little wise. They are people of hope. One could be named as Hope or Faith. Hope is a beam of light in the darkness, and you're that beam of light in the darkness. Just remember that. Okay, you're the person of love, the person of gratitude, of understanding, and the power lies within you through wisdom, through knowledge. Knowledge is power in this ugly, cruel world we call Earth. Okay, and this comes from every experience and every reflection. That's why you see all the butterflies of transformation. Um, Not only that, but miracles. You prayed for miracles, and miracles happened, and they're everywhere. And so it's our duty to keep the right path. Through this attitude of gratitude and compassion for another, warmth, loving others just as you love yourself, if not more. And I feel like you have this empath connection with people through a of philanthropy. And it gives people hope through your wisdom. What else do you have for the collective? Yes, you're a person of intuition yourself. So listen to your intuition and trust your intuition because it will never lie. I promise you that. Your intuition, that's the only thing that you could trust, will never lie. And that's what I was saying earlier when it came to this trust up here. Through this being inspiration is everywhere. Like it captures every essence, the moon, the sun, the mountains, the grass, through your new ideas of this intuition. And it takes a brave mind and a brave soul to be through what you've been through, and then like a guppy approach a shark and propose a business opportunity. I feel like you're kind of going through this unknown bravery by trusting your own intuition and your steps because you've started over so many times. Okay. Um, yeah, and collaborating and achieving greater goals. When you collaborate, because two minds are better than one. Three minds are better than two, but maybe not. Maybe two minds are just better than one. Through this harmony. Look at this harmony. You have peace and harmony in your life. It's beautiful. You appreciate each moment and each relationship for what it is through this hope of understanding and courage. And look, this freedom that you have that comes from your liberation, and it's letting the past go. You're not one to hold on to the past. You forgive, forget, move on so it doesn't eat you up alive. And this is also part of your bravery. Not your bravery only, but your peace of mind. Okay, by finding this inner peace that you did in quiet moments of Virgo energy, self-enlightenment. Maybe you're collaborating with yourself through this determination of challenges. I feel like you feel like you can achieve everything, and you can. But remember, empires aren't built with one person. It takes a team. So just remember that. You can't build an empire by yourself, and a Rome um, isn't built overnight, so to speak. And I feel like you have this understanding of that. And that's also one of your strengths, is that you not just hear, but you listen. You don't judge a person by a cover, you listen. And this is one of your safety precautions and foundations of life. You know, some calm moments that are cherished, that you keep safe. You don't share everything on the internet. Like, you're a very private person through this piece of freedom, even though you could. And you're confident. Your aura is yellow. Yellow. Like a yellow violet. And I feel like you believe in your worth and abilities. And you're right, too. Because you worked hard for it. Yeah. Two people watching of aura yellow and one of violet through this insight. Many startovers. Many startovers. I feel it's taken, you're a very experienced person, and it's just been start over after start over. This embracing change, what was I saying? And you're just tired. You're tired, collective. You know, and you're very adaptable. You're a shapeshifter. You can adapt. You have that ability. You're not going to let nothing get you down. Nothing. And your friends have helped you. And I feel like your friends have become your family. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. I really appreciate that. Yes, it's true. Energy is true. Many people don't believe in it, but how can you deny energy? You can't see photosynthesis, but it's there. So let's do this tarot reading for you, and then we'll get into your charms on our late night live. Thanks again for joining me at Timeless Messages. 1111 is the handle if you want to share it with your friends or your family. Um, and the intent here is to lift people up and love another and say good things about another. And be a family structure, because many people don't have that privilege. As California raising my parents, so this is what this is about. And we, like, our Church of Divination accepts everybody. It doesn't matter, no judgment, nothing. And I also feel like someone watching has heart chakra is open to like an aquamarine is one of your favorite stone, maybe solidite, but I feel like you're connected with the water in some way. If you're not a Aries, Leo, um, Pisces energy, you're definitely a water energy of sorry, Sagittarius, but you're definitely a water energy of Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And so I feel like you resonate this. I feel like you're a Pisces almost. Almost a Pisces. Yeah, like you're a Pisces. Why am I getting... What was I saying about the mag being in the upright? Did you see me do that? I just cut the deck. And what is this? Yeah, giving in. Like, quarreling with themselves no matter what. This other person of yours. And you're just ignoring them. You're like, fuck this. But what did I tell you about the mag being in the upright? And wish fulfillment, High Priestess. Wish fulfillment, this mag is going to happen. You're a High Priestess. What was I saying about being not alone, but needing self-enlightenment? Like you're Sigma energy, Alpha male. You're like this. You're not alone, but you learn more when you are alone, and you don't mind being alone. And so maybe being around other people annoy the out of you, and but you're really down to earth. Really down to earth. This um, Virgo energy, I feel, of a high priestess and possibly mad. And look, here things are moving really quick like, because of this gift that you passed into your kid. And you didn't just get that gift, it built character when you went through all this disruption and unhappiness within your family. It was very dysfunctional growing up. And I feel like it led into your parents' divorce. And you went through a divorced life here. Um, since you were young. Earth energies, Capricorn or Taurus. And I just feel like this, you had a very hard upbringing. And so you couldn't wait to even get older. And that's actually what made you the High Priestess. This air energy of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Being kind of two-faced because I think you overbook your schedule too much. Like you want to help everybody, so I think you make appointments on top of appointments sometimes. Just be aware of that if you have your own business, because it's good to be consistent. But I feel like if you didn't go through this, I feel like not only did you go through this through childhood, but you went through this unhappiness, this air energy. Yeah, you went through this unhappiness in your own marriage. Something you attracted that you try to get away from subconsciously. And that's what led to all this High Priestess energy. Okay. Um, yeah, because they got away with a bunch of bullshit. So you learn to grow to have an attitude of gratitude, and that's what this is showing. You don't look away from any unturned stone. You make sure everybody's okay, no one gets left behind. And if you are active military or were military inactive, thank you so much for serving our country and being a part of our freedom. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much for that. And I just want to take a minute to tell you how much you're appreciated. From me, anyway. And so, promise is kept in a decision that has to be made. Okay, through Hierophant Emperor energy, masculine, of Aries um, and Taurus. Okay, of Aries and Taurus. Um, Promises. Yes, that you made a decision with already about maybe having an attitude of gratitude and not being like the people that you see around you, but you're honest. This Emperor energy of Aries or Taurus. And I feel like you have Sagittarius around you, or you know, or you're close with a Sagittarius, a dreamer, or you are a dreamer. This is your moon or your rising sign. It could be one of your planets that are aligned with another right now. But there, it is Mercury retrograde, so you're fighting, like your family is doing all this shit, and you're like, I don't want no part of that. Let me go over here. You know, when it comes to this family quarrels. And it's like, yeah, these people that are supposed to back you in family that don't. And I'm sorry, collective. And you have no problem looking away from that. It's like family is what you make of it. And that's the truth. And with this King of Cups, I feel like he's all riled up because he hasn't got enough sleep. Okay, this mag that could be a Sagittarius actually showing his face. Sagittarius. Um, Masculine energy of this King of Cups of being kind of cruel or giving you not what you expect, or treating you a certain way and just ignoring, you know, what your needs are. And this is honest. This is honest. This person is greedy. And this is why they don't get like sleep. This King of Cups in the reverse. He could be very mean and vendetta, and this is the truth. You don't feel protected around him. Like, you can't go around this energy without feeling like you're gonna fall off or something somewhere, or just blow a gasket. You know what I mean? And that's understandable. Really. That is the truth. You're a person that OCD maybe, and that comes in a couple different forms of hoarding or being super clean. But you're a person that pays attention to details, so I'm going to say you're super clean. You're over clean. Maybe your labels are all pointing in front. You know what I mean? That's how I used to be. And this is the truth. You have a lot of haters because of this idea. Look, this idea. Why would you think people would be happy for you? Because they're not. Because you're doing better, because you're not going to have an overload, because they think that you woke up one day and went into your business and didn't have to build it or anything, that you woke up and just walked in and said, hey, I'm going to start cutting hair today, or hey, I'm doing this today. It's like, no, they don't realize the months that you paid to invest into the building that wasn't even yours, that you had a lease from an Article 11, because there was no Article 12, but there is at least a denim. So if you get a lease addendum, I feel like this in commercial, especially, renting this male star that's thinking, and that's kind of unhappy Taurus, Virgo, Scorpionic energy. This person is could be your best friend or your worst enemy, and I hate this card too. Like, that's like the worst king in the deck. This person is kind of cocky and egotistical because look, it's like he needs all the attention, this clout chaser. And it didn't come out with the Three of Cups, so I'm going to say that this person's a clout chaser. They're not famous, and they never will be. That's why they have a bitterness of the King of Swords. This person ain't really serious. This person is two-faced. unsuccessful, dependent on others financially, doesn't believe in God, is not orthodox. Look, what was I telling you? Not only, what did I tell you about the mag, right? And upright? But then what comes out? Justice in the reverse because of the lies. What was I telling you, this Libra energy? I told you before we even started this that this would happen. Mag would be upright. Thank you, Spirit. And that these lies will be revealed eventually. And you know about them. You're just trying to look away. And if the Two of Swords comes in the upright, that's why. Yeah. But see, this cloud chaser of it, maybe even a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, or Star. Look, I feel like it's hiding their identity. I feel like they believe in an afterlife. I feel like they have two exes, twice divorced, or just two exes. But they could damn well be a celebrity. Because what did I say about the celebration card, right? Yeah, they could be a celebrity here. With the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups. And yeah, they believe also in an afterlife. This Leo of strength, this person of strength that was molded, this King of Wands, this person turning lies into truths. Right underneath the Emperor. Okay, and this is Libra, Scorpio energy. Proving that over here, Libra, Scorpio energy. So I'm going to say a male Leo and or Libra. And that is lying. Okay, definitely not. This is an ending with the water energy of Scorpio, of maybe wealth, of Pisces, and of Cancer, of being super nurturing because of the way this King of Wands has acted. And turn this even Queen, not only the King of Cups, but the Queen of Cups in the upright or in the reverse. So this person's, I feel more of a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And Sagittarius prove themselves over here. Okay, when they came out. Yeah, they're Temperance. So it's like, why? Why would you want to do that? Someone that maybe you were once interested in, it's like you think you have all these opportunities, and maybe you do, but just because you do doesn't mean you should. And I feel like that's why you're so freaking ungrateful and dishonest. Okay, with your partner, or they are with you, collective. Um, Cancer energy of being usually nurturing. It's like when they're not nurturing, is you know that they're hiding something. They're hiding something when they're not so nurturing. And look, you've taken the advice of getting rest, or you have been getting rest. And I feel like that's when people take the most advantage, is when you do get the rest. You know what I mean? Through this ending of an idea. And this ending of an idea. And the Ace of Wands did come out over here somewhere. But yeah, this ending of an idea. So yeah, not many choices. Air energy. Someone that's eco-friendly. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What was I saying? Okay, that earns their Ace of Pentacles. Honestly. And this, you collective want to get your person away, or they want to get you away from these scars and this heartbreak, this disrespect. And what was I telling you about the Two of Swords coming up in the upright? Because you're looking away from truths that you don't want to know yet. 3 predictions I've made. Okay, when I told you in the beginning the mag would come in the upright, High Priestess energy. Um, I told you the Magnet would come in the upright. I told you Justice would come in the reverse of lies. And I told you the Two of Swords would come in the upright. And that's because this is of the light. And I could give a crap less about material things, but there's this king, maybe an investor, that does care and respects the light and the truth. These 3 predictions I gave you, collective. Look, divorced, definitely. This is showing, I'm seeing twice divorced. Divorced, that's what I'm getting over this. 4 of Wands in the reverse of this air energy. Look, Libra, Virgo energy. Generosity and honesty. Making the best out of things. And your partner isn't so humble. Your person. These are my predictions, and here they came. And this is just my intuition. This is what I say. Trust your intuition. Your intuition will never fail you. And I believe I said it in this order. Mag, Justice in the reverse, and the Two Swords in the upright. It is pretty, like, mind-blowing, isn't it? And this your person doesn't appreciate. They do not appreciate anybody. Not even themselves, I don't think. And that's the issue. They don't believe in anything. They don't appreciate in anything or anybody but themselves. This Emperor energy. And we stated earlier with the Knight of Pentacles that this is Emperor Hierophant energy with Aries and I'm sorry. It's Aries and Taurus energy of earth and fire. Okay? This person that, look, has made a decision but keeps procrastinating it because maybe he doesn't want to change or something to come to an end. Even though he's emotionally unfulfilled or they're emotionally unfulfilled, they seek light workers like us. This is also Leo energy of fire. This is Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius of dreaming. Energetic. This person is not that smart. Okay, this counterpart. But look, wealth is coming your way through Pisces. The Queen of Pentacles, look at this, is coming your way through Sagittarius Capricorn energy. This is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, but that's because you're following your heart. And when you follow your heart more, you'll receive all your Ten of Pentacles. And that's the heart chakra at the top. And everybody that was against you is now for you. Why? Because now you're a person of fortune, Libra, Gemini. Libra, Virgo energy. Now you're a person of fortune. Okay, and the Queen of Pentacles, because of an idea and a new beginning, a revolution. From being honest and having a lot of hard work. And what was I saying about Capricorn energy? Except this Capricorn's intent is a little darker than yours. I feel like you're a Wiccan and this person practices other kind of magic. That's what I feel. Either way you look at it, you're controlled. To a certain point. But this is Capricorn energy. It's like the devil can't touch you. It's like what happened with Job. It's like God said, what? You could only do this and this and that, but you can't kill him. You know what I mean? That's what you're going through, Virgo, Libra energy. But look, in the end here, this is your future over here. High Priestess energy. Okay. because of your self-enlightenment, your humility, your wish fulfillments, and the fact that you've helped others for so long is gonna turn you into um, a freaking high priestess, but a person of materialism. This already came out, the high priestess. So the high priestess has all the qualities of every queen, even the empress, and is going to create this fortune. This is your future. Remember, you can always change your future by your decisions. So make the right decisions. That's all. Can you believe the year's almost over? I know it. It's hard to believe. It really is. And this is of truth. And this is guarding your fortune. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with guarding your fortune. Um, I feel like you went through some shit because God wanted to reveal, or the divine being wanted, the universe wanted you to see who your real friends were and who your real family was and who wasn't before you went into your wheel of fortune. That's really on my heart. I feel like they wanted to reveal to you your ancestors, the divine, you know, the universe, your higher power. I feel like they really wanted to reveal who was going to be worth, you know, being there for, and really had no agenda and really loved you, and who wasn't, through their attitudes. And it's something that you don't do very well, is forget. You don't forget. But you do forgive. You're a person of forgiveness. And so that is good. You know, through this idea, because of this idea. Yeah, look at all this backing you have now. Because of this idea. Yeah, so that's why you treat everybody equal. Because you never know who it's going to be that you're helping. You never know, you know? And that's where I think that you made a choice when people that were for you became against you. And it humbled you in humility, you and your warrior person. It made you humble in your humility. Okay, this honest Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you made a decision about this money already. And there's nothing that nobody could do about it. You're a person that makes your own financial decisions no matter what. Look, this Capricorn energy, Earth, air energy, because it came in the reverse. So possibly a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. Of being two-faced when it comes to this one is Ace of Pentacles. Um, yeah, you're finally getting the rest because of this Ace of Pentacles. Something you've been working your whole, like I feel almost 40 years almost, or less, life towards this Ace of Pentacles, this honest Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you. It's crazy. I know. But, as you can see, my predictions were right. And they usually are. And sometimes I love to be wrong. I really do. But we're getting closer to February, which is like the Super Bowl, and I feel firm on what I said almost a year ago. It was a few months after the last Super Bowl, and I had a vision, and I had a vision that the Cowboys were gonna play off the um, mm, sorry, the Cowboys are gonna play off the Eagles, and the Eagles are gonna make it to the playoffs, and they're gonna take championship for the second year in a row. So yeah, and I stand firm to that because that was my first initiate Asian of my intuition, and it came out of nowhere, like out of fucking nowhere, like, and it does, and things do like that. So let's do, thank you for liking and subscribing. Let's do this, charm reading real quick. And we'll be done with it. Until tomorrow. I was so mad when, like, I found out there was no sound. Literally no freaking sound on the it was like an hour or two, and I was so pissed. I was like, what the hell? Anyways, I feel like someone calls you baby bear, teddy bear, berry probably is your name. Maybe you love berries, berry drinks, and you're becoming a part of this edible don't be a straw person movement. I feel like you have this old school car because you're an old school type of person. This was in the reverse, but yeah, I feel like you had a truck before, um, that you really loved. That was maybe white or gray, but the truck you have now could be red and low profile. Cause it came in the reverse, and you're a person of heart. You're a person of communication and confidence. And really, you're the true star. Out of all these stars, you're the true star that shines, that is different. Even though you're the little black star over here, you're the one that pops out. Um, yeah, I feel like the way I picked it up, pineapple. I feel like you love pineapple and you eat pineapple a lot, but you're not a swinger. Like, you're not. Or you could be, but I don't feel you are. You wear a lot of, like, sweaters, or you like flying. You don't like transporting on the ground. This person that loves vegetables. This person that has a really nice booty, or is into really nice booties. Yeah, this person of peace, hippie-ish. Look, I feel like your favorite drink is Coca-Cola. Ha ha ha. And you are definitely a sun child. Sun child. You live in California. California, Florida, I'm getting Oregon, Washington, and I feel like you have this puppy. You do. Maybe a tan and white puppy. Um, and you love your stuffies, but someone told you that you got older that you can't have stuffed animals anymore. And that's not true, because look at Seraphin right here. You can have stuffies if you want them. I feel like you use a lot of tomato as an ingredient, in your cooking. Again, California confirming, Oregon, the West. This is a person of peace, clarifying, person of peace, maybe a hippie, someone that isn't like, someone that is learning the attitude of gratitude, because they're really foxy on the outside, but true beauty is within. And I'm not here to sugarcoat shit for you. You're going through this transformation now from caterpillar to butterfly. And you drink milk. I feel like you eat meat. I feel like you're a photographer. I feel like you like these old school cars, or something about London. You're not allowed to have ice cream. You're like a celibate, um, a celebrity. This person who wears those shades, look, but there's not trees there, it's like beach. I feel like it's like you wear your shades at night. I wear my sunglasses at night. Yeah, that's how I feel. Um, you're also a musician. You feel like a superhero sometimes. Maybe your favorite superhero hero is Spider-Man. but you've sent many of these love letters, like actual letters or left notes to your loved one or your spouse or your person. There's a lot of love letters, maybe even handwritten, like this person that try to play superhero but realize that they couldn't because they're getting older and they just can't. This um this person likes dogs, I think, but is I feel like they've got maybe a darker complexion, and I feel that they're not at a pivot point. They're not a couch potato at all. They're hard working, doing this construction thing. This person that loves Spider-Man, obviously. I think you have one son, and everything had to be Spider-Man, because he looks at you as Spider-Man, Divine Masculine. And I feel like you got him a lot of Spider-Man stuff for Christmas, which maybe he asked for. And so it's something that you invested in, followed by the heart. Um, and so once in a while you have a vanilla ice cream because of your kid. I don't, and this fried food. Look, you go out to eat for lunch a lot. But you're definitely an investor interested in maybe my platform, or some of my work. Look, I feel like you adore it and you love it and you're like just looking into me and looking into stuff right now. Yeah, you're not a person that likes mushrooms very much, maybe not on your pizza. I feel like you're into pop. I feel like you could have loved Chris Cornell. I feel like you just went to a movie and ate some popcorn. Um, and then maybe gave it to your dogs later. Your little dog. Okay, and then here, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I just feel like a deed when I look at this. You're gonna gain a deed to a house, for Christmas. And you don't use straws. You've joined the straw movement. Someone else here that's here that I'm talking to. You joined the Don't Be a Straw Man person movement. Thank you so much. There's a tutorial on my channel that shows you exactly if you type in floating straws, okay, by Jessica McDaniel, it'll come up, or by Timeless Messages 1111. It'll come up and it'll show you exactly how to do it. And you cut it up halfway, hold it, cut it halfway, then cut it in half, and then cut it in quarters. So you have 4 equal parts, and it's split up the middle, and they float to the top no matter what. And that prevents straws from sinking, which is causing a catastrophic, immense global warming rate with the icebergs that our planet might not make it through another 100 years if we keep going the way it is. And being intelligent species, intellectual property, we need to do something about it. And I feel like you washed your hands of this green thing, because like you washed your hands at one point, but then now you're coming back through this straw thing, and that's confirmation. Um, Look, yeah, no straws. I feel like, ooh, look at that. I feel like you're my biggest fan. I feel like not you're my only biggest fan, but you have a lot of big fans. Um, and I feel like you had a Honda Low Pro Gray sunroof, or that it's out of service right now. So let's have closing charms, you guys. Closing charms, closing charms. Confirmation. You could be closing something. Yes, I feel like you're going to become more eco-friendly with awareness and use your knowledge more. Um, because you're tired of people being naive. I feel like you're an investor and you're good at investing yourself in these things. And that's a great thing. I think that's a great thing for a New Year's resolution. Um, you're a Cancer. You're definitely a Cancer energy, water energy. What was I saying? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. This guy that makes people laugh, maybe you played a certain role. I don't know. But this is like, I don't know if you believe in voodoo or something, or you're trying to do dark magic, but bad intender, or your person is. Bad intender, return to sender, times a billion, plus a seven. And we pray for our enemies, and we thank you for the ones that are for us. And we manifest things of wealth, good health, love, happiness, prosperity, protection. Um, and we thank you in your name, Lord Jesus. We pray, amen. And whatever you pray in, okay, is accepted. So, closing. Yeah, you're not thinking and even investing in yourself because you keep eating these cupcakes and it's like, and these candies, and it's like you don't believe in portion control. You're a dinosaur that's trying to act younger, or your person is. Your person is a dinosaur that's trying to act younger, that doesn't look. I feel like you don't eat much fast food, but they eat fucking fast food every day because it came out that way. And you're pissed off about it, Divine Family. I don't blame you. I really don't. So these were your charms for the reading, okay? Thank you so much for joining me this evening on my late night live. Um, I really am grateful for each subscriber, all new viewers. You guys are awesome too. I would love for you to join and be a part of our family here at Timeless Messages 1111. And please, if you cannot donate, please show your appreciation and support by subscribing, liking, and sharing. I will be very grateful for that. And we can share the message of making sinkable straws actually float. And doing something about it until we can get edible straws or other alternatives that can decompose for a 10-minute drink within less than 14 days. That's the goal, you guys. So help me with this goal. And I thank you. I thank you for spending this past hour with me. And I'm sorry about the previous live. It just went awry, huh, Seraphim? These are really good to have if you have anxiety. If you're feeling alone, you just need a hug. Anyways, I'm very sorry for the live earlier. I'm pretty sure the sound check on this one is good. So, thank you guys so much for, like I said, subscribing, liking, and sharing. And for those who donated, thank you. It went towards this channel and helping others. So know that every time you help this channel in a donation, you're helping someone else. So, bye, bye guys, until tomorrow. That's what Seraphim says. Anyways, don't kill the messenger. Yeah. So again, thank you guys, and then until tomorrow, I'm gonna try to do a live way earlier. Let's see, is it Friday yet? Not yet, no. It is Friday. Oh yeah, so tonight was the late night live, and tomorrow's Saturday night. And so I'm gonna do a late night live tomorrow, and I'm gonna do a day live, probably around 2 or 3 p.m. Standard Pacific time. And thank you guys so much. I'm glad I could be of help, and just remember, don't drink and drive. Be really safe out there. It's kind of Christmas week, I guess, for some. And don't go out at all weird night, like different times, because that's when stuff happens to innocent people too, from bad people. So thank you so much. I love all of you, and that's the message.